why you don't have the money in your life that you want is because of your relationship with money. I know, sounds crazy to have a relationship with money, but you do. And this relationship that you have with money has to do with a lot of imprints you had from earlier in your life. So I created a class for you, which I'm going to share with you tonight as my gift. And this is going to help you to go deep dive back into where the root of the block first originated, to uproot it, to clear it, and then to step into a life of abundance, ease, and flow. Money comes easily in my life. Anyways, I'd love to hear the results of how these exercises go for you. Feel free to subscribe and write your comments below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, well, welcome, beautiful people. I'm so glad you made it tonight. All right, so tonight the topic is money. Woo! Who wants more money? Who wants to feel that money just comes so easily and effortlessly?
Yep.
Yes. It's like you wake up tomorrow and there it is. Who wants to feel like they could just buy whatever they want, limitless ability to purchase what they want in their lives?
Yep.
All right, well then you're in the right place. That is the focus for tonight. So I'm Shara. I do intuitive clairvoyant work and I do workshops and I basically help people to clear blocks that are happening in their lives. And I've had some actually really amazing, like one after another, amazing results lately. And I have one person here who I've actually really recently done a reading with, and I'm wondering, do you want to share your experience?
Sure. Let's see, I met Shara 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago at a mastermind, and I had just been told that I had to have a biopsy. And so I had a call with Shara, which just by suggestion, by accurately seeing and by conveying things to me, what had happened is my acupuncturist of 40 years found this lump right over here. So he said, you should go see your primary Kaiser. I did. He found the lump and they measured it. And then I talked to Shara, and then I had a CAT scan and a visit with the oncologist. He could not find the lump. So that was, I think.
What?
Yeah, and that's a fact. That's a true fact. And so that was good energy. You know, I really could move with that. Yes, we're moving in the right direction. And then, but he did want to do a biopsy just to measure what was going on from the last time. And that again was like, ooh, waiting for something is just about the worst thing that can happen to you. And I had another session with Shara and kind of, for some reason, felt so safe with her. I could just expose anything that was happening for me. And out of that communication, come to a place where I could stand, where I could find my way. And all of a sudden felt better the next day. That was the thing. I woke up having been in this churny state, totally better feeling the next day. Already felt like I'm good. Whatever the results are, I'm good. And so they came in on Monday and they were good. So just and I just really appreciate the fact that you were there. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, if you don't mind me just sharing one or two sentences, I had just met her. We were in a meeting, and I often don't offer my psychic guidance to someone who doesn't know me. But she was so worried about her cancer, and what I said to her is, I said, and I feel like this is pretty bold because I don't. I said, you don't have cancer. And I saw it because I saw that the energy was not possible for cancer. But I saw that if she kept worrying, like she was a frantic, worrying mess, she could create cancer. And so when I looked at it, it was like not cancer, but I said this is like kind of like the root of cancer is really worry and fear, and especially kind of like womanal, hormonal kind of things. So I was like, I need to talk to you. I gave her a session, and because I was like, it's important so that we don't create cancer here.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So woo! Success story!
Yay! Thank you very much.
Hey, well, great. Okay, so tonight what we have planned is we're going to start with grounding, a little meditation to get into our body, a little visualization. And then after that, we're gonna do a dyad exercise, which is a partner exercise. And this is going to allow you to get into your subconscious. Like the reason we don't actually have money and wealth, and like the universe actually wants you to have like money. It doesn't put struggle on this planet for no reason. But it's your subconscious beliefs, the things that are going outside of your conscious thoughts that are actually getting in the way. So this is going to be an exercise to access the subconscious and probably clear some. And then we're going to have a share. And then we're going to do a deep dive into what our main money imprint is. And then we're going to do a really amazing visualization to clear ancestral patterns around imprints. And then we're going to end with healing. So you're gonna do the healing in yourself. I'm going to do a group healing, and then I'm going to do a one-person healing if anybody wants to. Be the lucky guinea pig. So let's just arrive here. If it's comfortable for you to put your feet on the floor, like if the floor is easily accessible, take a breath. Take a few breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, just like let go of anything it took for you to get here. I feel like we live in San Francisco, the traffic, we all have like a million things going on. Just take a few inhales, and as you exhale, release anything going on in your mind or in your body. Any tension areas, allow your breath to come to that space. And then as you exhale, release. Do that 2 more times. So let's sit facing one another, and this is what we're going to do for the next exercise. So you're going to pick a high-charged word. It could be money or it could be wealth. And basically, I'm just going to say the word, and what you do is, as the person who's holding the space is just going to kind of keep a like expressionless face. It's called vias. Vias are like when you do expressions like quirk or do eyebrows or blink or like smile. Any of that is a via. So straight face for this exercise so that you don't influence his train of thought. The first few words that come out are going to be like the obvious ones, what you think. So the thing to do is to not go to your brain for the answer. And even if you're unable to think of the answer, just say like purple, or just say whatever comes to your mind, even if it doesn't make sense. You can say money, you can say green, you can say plant. So and what will happen is it'll go deeper and deeper and deeper into your unconscious, and so then it's going to release some of those blocks out of your system. Okay. And so often when I'm doing this with clients and we're not going deep, then I change the word. Okay, so let's find the chargy word for you. Is it money or wealth? Do you have some charge on either of those words?
Money.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to sit facing eye to eye, and I'm going to say that word, and so don't even think about what you're going to say. Just clear your mind completely, and then it's just the first word that comes to your mind, you're just going to say it. Money.
Debt.
Money.
Hard.
Money.
Struggle.
Money.
Lack.
Money.
Giving.
Money. That was an example of where it just went to his head. He started to feel emotions, and whatever was the words behind those emotions, he blocked it and pulled back. Did you see that, how he pulled back? Like something was in his mind going like, this is bad, if I say this isn't right, or some kind of filter was going on. So it's okay, it's great. And I'm really glad you did that for the example, so I can use that for the group. Okay, money.
Power.
Money.
Disempower.
Money.
Control.
Money. Went deep. Wow, everybody's emotional here from that exercise. Wow.
He's an emotional center.
There was
A lot going on about it.
What? Money has emotion? So what, does anybody want to share about how that experience was? Or any new learnings?
I noticed a whole lot of stuff about how wrong it is to have money. A whole lot.
Oh shit. That's great that you noticed that.
Like deep, lifetimes back.
Money actually would flow your way if all you need to do is clear those beliefs. It's crazy. It's crazy. But how do we? Because our whole life we've been like thinking this. And here's the thing, which is the next topic that we're going to talk about. It's actually not your fault that you have all these beliefs, because it's what's called your imprints. So imprints have been passed on for many generations. When you were born, you're like basically when you're in utero, your mom had these beliefs around money, like fear. A baby in utero could so easily feel fear. Like the baby learns right there around there's not going to be enough, there's not going to be enough. By the time you're 2, most of your money imprints have already set in stone. Your beliefs around money, your thoughts about what you could have, what you can't have, and your judgments around people with money. And most of the people in the world don't have money, actually. So there's that belief that has to do with having, but also has to do with your self-esteem, like your self-worth. If they have and I don't have, then something must be wrong with me. And then it goes all the way down that line. It could be like, that's one layer, and then it could go to the next layer, and the next layer. So actually, the road to actually manifesting more money is we have to go all the way back and heal those things. But the important thing for you to know, I'm going to repeat this, is it's not your fault that you have been given these thoughts and these beliefs and the circumstances in your life. I'm sure you guys could all relate to some of your own stories that you've had around money. Even in the caveman days, the scarcity was around food. There wasn't enough, And so it was like survival all the way from then. They had to, if they heard an animal, that was their opportunity for food. They had to get up at night and go kill the prey so that they could eat. So it started from then, when the first humans existed, that food, shelter equaled money. And then we started the barter and like what goods do you have to give to other people, and that was your self-worth. So this is what we're going to do now, is we're going to start to look at our money imprints, and we're going to start to key in on one in particular, whatever one you want to work on tonight. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my imprint, because when I was figuring out what I was going to do tonight, I started thinking, well, what's my money imprint? Oh, and you might also notice that you have a set point around money, just like you have a set point around your weight. I mean, we have set points around like most everything, like our happiness, or our joy, or depression, and we might be happy one day, even though like our happiness set point is here, and then like over, the graph, if you keep spreading out the graph, overall it's going to be equal times there as there, that equals out that spot, okay? So in a moment, I'm going to have you think about what your key imprint is. And then you're going to go back and find the root of it, and not the root from, I want you to figure out where this came from, because most likely you'll have a story, oh, my dad, blah, 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 or my mom, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes it skips generations. Because when I think about my mom and dad, when they met, they both didn't come from money. They didn't have money when they met. But they don't have this thing that I have. They're actually free around money. They're very smart and very wise, so I got that. But when I go back one generation more, and sometimes imprints could skip a generation. Not usually 2, but usually 1 generation. My Grandma Annie, my mom's mom, she never had money. She was one of 6, and all of her toys were like rag dolls that she made with a rubber band, and that was her dolls that she had. And I remember her telling me those stories. And when I think about her, I actually named my baby after her, because I felt like so much connection to her. I know that she's the one in my entire family that I feel the most connection with. It's like she passed these genes on to me that you don't deserve. You don't deserve. Whatever the circumstances are, you don't deserve.
She sold.
She passed those genes on to me.
No. She sold the dolls. Or?
No, she didn't sell it. That was the only toys she had throughout her entire childhood. Toys that she made out of rags. So this is like epigenetics basically. But the word actually is called memes. Memes are genetic traits that go beyond words. So it's like emotional trait, like happiness. Like you'll notice, and that's another thing. I wasn't happy for most of my life. Certainly not before I did Amy's happiness program. But I was really depressed for most of my life. Like I didn't talk, I was very quiet, I wasn't excited for my day, I wasn't like, walking with a pep in my step like I am now. My mom was just the opposite. My mom was always happy and loving and, and I was like, why am I this way considering my mom's that way? When I go back to like my grandma, okay, that makes sense. I used to have like a tendency towards depression, but I've worked out of it, so I don't have any fear or any of that anymore. Okay. So what I want you to do is I'm going to read a few imprints, so you can start to like see which one resonates the most with you. Money is hard to get. Money is hard to keep. Rich people are bad, selfish, greedy. I never have enough. I'm not good with money. I could make money, but it never lasts. I make money, but it's never enough. I can't do what I love to do. Money isn't spiritual. And you can have many others, like mine was, I'm unable to spend money on myself. So just take a moment and think to yourself what your money imprint is. You might have many, but what's the one that has the greatest intensity in your body? Does anybody need more time or help? Okay, everybody's good? Okay. Now I want you to go back and think about where that came from. It could be mom and dad, but you know, oftentimes it's more one. Most people it's going to be mom and or dad, but for some people you might do the grandparents like I did. Like who passed that gene onto you? Sort of like, here you go, you're going to have my depression. Thank you. Does everybody have clarity over who they're going to work with for this meditation? So actually what you're going to do is you're going to go back and heal this person. Mother, father, grandparent. Okay. So we're going to do the healing on them. And then it's going to end with the buck stops here. Okay. All right.
So no sharing.
Do you want to? You could. Go ahead, tell me.
It's going to be absorbed by taking care of my transportation situation.
Yeah. So there's kind of two imprints there. One's all the responsibility. You take your responsibility for others all the time. I can see that's a theme. But I want to focus on the money one more too. So the way it relates to money is
I shouldn't want money.
the money imprint would be if I have money, I'm bad. Or if I have money,
Right.
something's wrong with me. Okay. Yeah, you guys could write these down actually.
Mine was just that I don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Money is hard.
Yeah. That's good.
Mine is make money, but it's never enough.
That's good. That's good. Good work, guys. So now think, where did that come from? What's the root? Does everybody have it? Family member? Okay, great. Okay, shut your eyes and we're going to go into a meditation. You can put your pens and papers down. So to begin with, just create a grounding cord going from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the earth. And also feel the connection of your feet like glued to the floor. So we might go way out there like a helium balloon, but just know that you have this connection to the earth. Like you're glued here and it's going to keep you present in your body and in this space. So now I want you to create a movie screen out in front of you. Like it could be a TV set, movie screen. Okay. And then I want you to put into that movie screen the person who you're thinking of, who you think transferred this money imprint into your body. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Could be an older sibling, yet less likely, very unlikely. Only if the older sibling was like your parent. And it could be like maybe somebody else raised you, then that's possible. Okay, now I want you to see them when they're a very young child, way before you were born. Take them back to sometime before the age of 10. And see this person experiencing this struggle, their version of the same struggle that you're experiencing. And really get clear about it, like what are they wearing? Where are they? Are they in a house? Are they outside? Are there other family members around? Are they at school? And what's the situation going on? So of course you're making this up because it's before the time you were born. What's the situation going on right now that has them feel this way? So of course right now you're postulating as if you knew the answer. And I want you to continue to run the movie or the TV show of them experiencing this thing, this money block. And most likely, their body is in a state of fear or contraction or pulling in. And it's very well likely around their throat. This is one of the spaces, the parts of our body where we tend to hold the block on money, so that the energy from below just is dammed, it can't get up, and the energy from above can't get down. And see what this person is experiencing. Like money is bad. See how they're feeling bad or wrong or on the outside. Something that affects their self-worth. And see what's going on in their structure, their family structure that has this experience for them, that has them have this experience. And just take a moment, I want you to really feel this person's pain. Like this person is in a deep, deep amount of pain. It's like a very prominent wounding. Probably one of their main woundings that they've had in their life. And as you're looking at this character on the movie screen, have some compassion, because this man, boy or girl is having a really hard time. Hard time going through life and hard time feeling okay with him or herself. And we all know when we're that age, before the age of 9 or 10, the truth is we're complete innocence. At least, especially before the age of 5 or 6. We're complete innocence. We're just a result of the structure around us. The thoughts, the beliefs. We're just absorbing the ideas, the biases of other people. Because we haven't figured out who we are. The only thing we know about who we are is what other people tell us or show us. We want nothing more than to mirror our parents and their beliefs and their physiology. So see all the areas that are contracted in this one's body. Where is he or she holding the muscles? And once again, just experience the pain. And now it's time to do an intervention. The intervention that we're going to do here is we're going to have the present time you go into the movie screen. So take you, and I want you to enter into this movie screen, and I want you to meet this person, first of all. And you're older, this person's younger, and your role is to help this little one through the pain. So perhaps the little one needs a hug. Definitely the little one needs a hug. Perhaps he's even scared of you, he or she. So what do you need to do to have this little one feel a little safer around you? And now start to speak to this little one in a language that he or she can understand, particularly around that belief. You might say things like, you are safe. Abundance is all around you. You have everything you need. People that love you, good education, food on your plate, nice fresh air. You have everything you need. And everything you're going to need in this lifetime will be provided. Continue to infuse into the little one what the little one needs to hear. And it's okay to touch the little one, hold his or her hands. Let's just take a little bit longer, and so continue to give this one love. Any last words the little one needs to hear to free himself from the pain and from this particular belief. Because the truth is that's not true. That's something that his parents or his family told him or taught him. And it doesn't have to be the truth. End the connection with this little one, so you can hug him or her, say goodbye, and let the little one know that you are there in some way, shape, or form, however that might be. Maybe it's an angel. I mean, if it feels appropriate, you could do that. And I want you to tell this little one, who is actually your elder, your pain stops here. And I want you to see literally the pain being dropped to the floor and stopping there, like it goes no further. And I want you to see the pain that you've been feeling around this particular imprint coming up and out through your body, up through your head, and you're going to place it here in front of your ancestor. And you're going to say, this belongs to you. And then, after that, you're going to turn your back from the picture, but lovingly. Say goodbye. And you're going to start to grow yourself up and bring yourself back into the present room that we're in right now. Keep your eyes shut. Come back into the space that we're in together. Feel the chair you're sitting on. And in a moment, we're going to open our eyes. But before we do that, just take one more look back at the movie we were just watching and see that you have agreed to take this money print out of your body and leave it there where it came from. And once again, I want you to say in your mind, the buck stops here, and this belongs to you. And then let it go, let go of that vision. And then I want you to take in the energy of abundance. This is a light color. So imagine gold light coming through the crown of your head, starting to stream through your body. And I also want you to bring with that the image that you just mentioned of what having money looks like for you. Having wealth, that picture you mentioned when we started this class today. Infuse that into your body, into every cell of your body, so that every cell of your body is a yes. Yes, I could have this. So you're completely aligned. Take one more breath, breathe it in, let your body feel it, and exhale and release it from your body completely. Release the visuals. The visualization part of this evening is complete. Just release it, release it, release it, release it. And now come back to your body. In a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, you're going to see the world very differently. You might notice more brightness, more colors. You might notice, oh wow, I didn't see the shirt you were wearing. It's like your awareness and you're noticing is going to have shifted. So go ahead and open your eyes and look around the room and just see how poignant everything is, the colors, the shapes, the imagery. And I want you to pat your legs like this so you can come back into your body. Especially before you drive home, we gotta make sure you're in your body. So go all the way, pat your head back, great, just great. Good work. I felt everybody just had this a huge emotional shift. Like I feel like the whole room just, I'm so proud of you guys. We're gonna clear your money blocks today. So, first of all, thank you for being a willing volunteer. I'm going to shut my eyes. You keep your eyes open and posture, arms and legs uncrossed. Okay. So if I have permission to read your energy and do some healing, can I hear your full name 3 times?
Sally McBride Allen, Sally McBride Allen, Sally McBride Allen.
Well, the first thing is like you did a great job at doing your own healing already. It's like you're already like 75% of the work's already done. So I'm like, awesome. Because before I saw that big clog around your throat, and you like moved that big frog out. Wow, that's amazing. I am just gonna give you a little bit like like let's say 75% moved out. So I'm just gonna give you a little gold light into your throat, and this is for one thing, it's your energy coming from below, coming up. Woo! I just went up like a waterfall, like a fountain. And so it's like and it's also the feeling of like I deserve. Versus like I don't deserve. This is the big nugget for you, is you're feeling like you could take up space. I mean, before you felt like you took up space, but it wasn't like you wanted it. But now it's like I am giving myself permission to take up space. And it's not like pushing myself or I deserve it. Like I feel like those were some old stories, but it's more like because I'm me, I can take up space. And I see you actually wearing something really beautiful and flowing tomorrow, and like walking through the like breeze blows and it blows your clothes and your hair, and you're like, oh my God, I feel beautiful. And you're like, that's a weird feeling. Wow. I'm like, basically, I can't even take credit for this. The energy is actually running down your legs pretty good, which it certainly wasn't before. It's moving out your hands. Oh wait, hands. Okay. It was moving out your arms, but hold on, hands. Let's back up there. Yeah, there's this clog at your right wrist. Let me see what's going on. It looks like almost like your mom said slapped your hand when you went for a cookie in the cookie jar. Stop that. And so you pulled back, and it's because of that you've been a little bit traumatized and held your arms closer to your body. So I'm going to do some clearing on that. Clear it out of your space. Clear that trauma in your body. And I'm going to bring in some gold light into that. Yeah, it's still kind of blocked there at your wrist. Let's see what else needs to happen. This is a past life where you literally had, what do you call it, a lock chain around your wrist. You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Shackle, yeah.
Shackle, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like really like, I can't go for, it's to the disability of like, I can't actually go for what I want. And this is a belief you've been like actually sitting on your entire life. I could stay here, I could be a secretary or whatever it is in the office, but I can't actually reach out beyond that. And that's your comfort zone. Yeah. So let's just move out that belief and bringing in some love and some light into that area. Yeah. Getting it flowing. And I'm planting the seed inside your head, and this is actually really new. You might have had this, but it didn't actually go into your brain. Anything's possible. Wow. Before it was like the possibility of like paying my rent or paying for things, but this is like a whole new meaning of that right now. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, now you're shining brighter in your brain. Wow. In your mind, in your head. That's great. In your left, yep. Bring the energy down through your left hand. Wow. You're like this light bulb right now. So I'm just going to touch you to end, if that's okay. Mm-hmm. Put my hands right here and just breathe. You don't have to put too much effort into your breath. It's just like a natural flow of your breath that allows my hands to separate from one another. And when you're ready, go ahead and bend forward, touch the ground, and that's how we are just lean forward. You don't have to actually touch it. And that balances your energy, gets all the excess residue off. And that completes your healing.
A lot of what I was looking at tonight had to do with my mother and her childhood and the way she was raised, and it was really, really painful. And she was a sad person her whole life, very, very sad. And as a kid, I was always trying to figure out how to make it better, of course, which I couldn't. So it was very healing to do that and to let go of the idea that it was wrong to want something. And the healing just really kind of deepened my ability to release it, to just let go of that idea completely, that I don't, it doesn't mean anything whether I have money or not. And that, you know, it's funny when you talked about me being a secretary. My first career was, I was a legal secretary, and now I'm a research project manager. Same thing, I'm at the computer all the time, typing. Just really allowing my mind to open up to possibilities of things just being there. Not, it has to be hard, and I have to work, and I have to suffer, and I have to you know, all the things that are just there in my head. And I feel like we really did let go of a lot of that, and I feel really open now to exploring the possibilities that are there. So thank you very much.
Wonderful work, wonderful.